Hey everyone, my name is Brandon, and today we are continuing our playthrough of the game Deathloop. It is now evening. At the end of my last video, I found the archival office and I opened the door to the rack, where I saw a rocket car through a window that I cannot get into yet. We advanced several storylines, both regarding the rocket ship and the fact that Charlie and Fia meet up at Freestad Rock for a romantic rendezvous. But now that it is the evening, I cannot further advance any of those quest lines, so I need to make a different decision about where I go in the evening. In the complex in the evening, I have the visionary lead lost in transmission to face Egor. In Carl's Bay, I don't have any leads. On Freestad Rock I can't even go to, and in Updom I only have the lead to steal the Carnesis slab from Alexis. So I'm going to choose to go to the complex because I have the most leads in that map. But first I am going to check my loadout and see that everything is where I want it to be. I want to bring the sniper rifle into this map because it will let me make quick work of Egor. So that looks good. Let's see what my discoveries are. These are the things I discovered in Updom last time period in my last video. Otto's workshop burns down just before noon. 2-Bit has a functioning memory and will remember me between loops. Charlie made sure 2-Bit could evacuate the building. And Charlie built the game around a rocket that I can use to blow a bunch of people up. Charlie constructed the Moxie, and I can access Updom's sniper nest at noon. But we're going to the complex at evening to face Egor. Actually, let's path myself to actually killing Egor. Okay, and I am recording. Good.
All that power at your fingertips. You feeling good and fever out yet?
Not the word I'd use.
Yeah? Tell me about it.
It's weird, but somehow familiar. It's kind of rush.
This whole place is a rush, Cole. That's the point.
In mind, I want to leave so badly.
I don't know. Hard to hear your motivations over all that gunfire.
Let's, I'm gonna try to turn up my, the volume of the game itself. Okay, that's better. Actually, might be too loud. Sorry. Okay, that works. So, that's an interesting thing about Egor's map in the evening. He has cleared everyone out of his own map so they don't disturb him. But what that means is that there are no enemies in Egor's map. He set up a bunch of lasers and mines to try to stop me, but these are quite easy to get through. So in this map, the only dangers are a bunch of booby traps, Egor himself, and Juliana if she shows up. My goal is to kill Egor before I have to deal with Juliana. And he's gonna make this quite easy for me to do. Yep. So that's Egor taken care of. And I just got the ether slab from Egor, which allows me to turn invisible. Which I am partially invisible. If I get too close to enemies, they'll see me, and if I move around too much, they can see me. I can get upgrades that increase how invisible ether makes me, but for the most part, if you equip it and you're quiet and careful with it, no one's gonna see you. Oh, now that I'm here, oops. So I've killed Egor. Now I'm going to discover Egor's discovery. Egor had a breakthrough. Theory. That breakthrough will help me break the loop. Solution, raid his lab, find the data. So that's Egor's lab, which earlier in a different time I chose not to go into because it was booby-trapped. But now that Egor himself has been in it, all of his booby traps are disabled. So let's go inside Egor's... Oops, I missed. Alright, this is Serling Labs. Oh, my AC just turned off. Excellent. Private messages between Egor and Alexis. Earlier in the day, Egor asked Alexis if he was invited to Alexis's party because he wanted to attend. But then in the evenings, Egor made a breakthrough in his discovery and decided not to go to Alexis's party.
So, if Egor's experiment never succeeded, he'd be at the party.
Yes. Messages between Egor and Wenji. See, Egor is telling Wenji that his experiments worked and says he will give her a shout out during his interview for what do they call it? There's a Future Communications Quarterly. What Alexis is trying to do, or not Alexis, I'm sorry, what Egor is trying to do is he's trying to communicate with the future, which no one really knows what that means, but that's his goal. And Harriet basically warns Egor not to screw around with forces he doesn't understand. His experiment successful, Egor decided to stay home from the party at Dorsey Manor. Go find Alexis at his party. I can do that later. Yeah, crash Alexis's party. That's a new lead. Egor told Wenji that he received a diurnal transmission from the future, and Harriet and Egor each seek something different in eternity. Egor made an observation that when the loop started, all of the clocks on the island stopped. I don't know if I've ever seen this book. Oh, okay, it's like Egor's checklist. Wake up early and eat a balanced breakfast, set up the experiment, remind these Eon imbeciles to keep clear of the compound, secure the perimeter in case someone didn't get the message, and set up the experiment. Monitor radial telemetry, record results, celebrate your success. Egor's no paranoiac, but he's a paranoiac with a full day planner.
So, you want me to just read this, or I can put it in my own words?
No, we need you to say exactly how it's written. It's been approved.
I'm not much of a speak.
With your veteran status, well, it would be helpful.
Oh, I see, okay.
Whenever you're ready.
With the state of the world today, the Aeon program is
Eon.
I'm sorry?
It's pronounced Eon.
Eon for
So,
Eon. Right?
you or someone that you used to be worked with Egor to create advertisements for the Eon program, is the gist of that cassette tape that I just interrupted. You applied your slab's effects to an inanimate object, and your reaction is to ask how it might be undone? Counterproposal, don't fuck with it. I'll take a look at your invisible control panel later. Perhaps whatever you did can be replicated intentionally. In the meantime, a nullifier should negate the slab for a day. Borrow as many as you'd like. Actually, why don't you keep them? Regards, Wenji Evans. So Egor, can I go through the story? Yeah. Egor, there is a basically down there is a control panel that he was working with that he accidentally turned invisible. So he's used a bunch of these slab nullifiers to make it visible again, which is something I will have to do later when I want to use that control panel. Did I get everything up here that I wanted to? I think so. There's nothing in here but some trinkets, some health. I don't need it. I'm surprised Juliana hasn't appeared yet.
Nope, I'm good.
Maybe because it's already the evening and I've already killed the last person I could possibly kill. She's not going to bother. I am in single player mode. Did you know Black Reef was recently rediscovered by Egor Serling and Colt Vaughn? Its unique properties convinced the Eon program to establish this very settlement. This is Egor's observations. And I think... Oh yeah, I got the information I needed. Basically, I now know that the one I need... Basically, I read this to get the code at the top there, E262, which is a code I will need to use later. That is the code that links to the listening device where Egor had his breakthrough transmission. And now I need to go back and silence Egor's device. Because if his device doesn't pick up the recording, he'll be at Alexis's party later.
Okay, it's day one.
Egor thinks he can use his radio arrays to communicate with the future.
Oh, shit. I have to record this again tomorrow. Well, my path on the first day. Because of a manufacturing defect, not my fault.
Harriet told Egor that Wenji was deluding herself in thinking the anomaly's mysteries could be explained by science.
In my theory, and I think I am, I will be able to cross space and time and talk to the future. All right. The plan. Array P in Zone 2. Then around noon, I plan to arrive at Array R in Zone 1. Then back along the ridgeline to Array J in Zone 2 this afternoon. And finally around the lake to arrive at Array Y right outside my lab, Zone 3, by this evening. My only real concern here is these fucking Eternalists! They just don't listen to me. Their infantile curiosity is going to indulge
Oh,
my
actually,
findings.
there's another cassette that I want to play over here.
Fear!
So yeah, this is Egor's device, which I'm going to have to reprogram later, but this is Egor's big discovery.
I did it! It works! It fucking works! I mean, I didn't even think it was gonna work, but it does! And it only took me one whole day on this fucking island! Did you hear that, Wendy? I have a positive result! It sounds, it's the most beautiful sound I've ever heard! Oh, Hey, what the fuck are you doing? Hey, are you fucking... Hey, don't touch it! I said don't, get away! I said fuck off! Fuck off now! You? Fuck all of you!
So yeah, like I said, when I got into this map, there are no enemies in this map, but it is full of mines and turrets and explosives, so I'm still having to move through it as carefully as I would if it was full of enemies. Although now that Egor is dead, it's not a huge deal. I just don't want to die. But when Egor is alive, setting off any of his security measures alerts him to your presence in the map, which allows him to start cloaking himself, which makes him a lot harder to kill. Now that he's dead, I can set off any of these alarms, and all it's going to do is hurt me. Which I don't want to happen, but it's not awful if it does. I'm just kind of doing a bit of exploring now that I've killed Egor, because it only took me about 10 minutes to do. But I'm aware of the fact that the longer I stay in this map, the more likely it is that Juliana is gonna come and try to kill me. Or maybe she's really not going to. Because at this point, what's the point? See, that's what being invisible is really good for. It allows you to walk right up to sensors and turn them off. Did I read this earlier? Yeah, I did. That is the power station that we got into earlier, and that is the this is Tidevarv Station, the Horizon Station on the complex. So yeah, we're still in the same day where we originally came and opened this door. This is still the loop control center, where there's things like residuum, which is really sort of the major reason to continue exploring maps, just to get more residuum, which you can use. This is the Juliana's interview with Egor. Basically, it's one thing you learn is that Egor's kind of a little bit full of himself. Actually, I don't know why I'm getting like ammo and stuff. This is the last map. Once I'm done here, ooh, there's a mine right there. And now this area, all these big bubbles that you see are slab nullifiers. Once I enter any of these areas, my slabs don't work anymore. It's like if I activate ether and turn invisible, once I walk into this field, I can't be invisible anymore, which makes this turret just a little bit harder to deal with. Maybe I can... Oh shit. Oh, it sees me. Fuck. Let's just throw that. Now that I nullified that slab, I can turn myself... Or now that I got rid of the slab nullifier. Nobody home. This is the lab that we had originally found Wenji in earlier. I'm mostly just here for residuum and stuff. I won't be in this map a whole lot longer. Do I even want to go that way, really? Nah. Because I just don't want to have to deal with more explosives. So I'm essentially just going to make my way out of this map now. Hey, residual. Oh, there's a mine up there. I knew there was a mine up around here somewhere, but I could never see it. It's up there. just for fun, we're gonna come and visit the only enemies in this game. This poor guy that Egor shot, but he's not enough to die. Oops, didn't mean to turn myself invisible. Oh, I didn't do that. He eventually just died. Okay. I was actually going to put him out of his misery, but then he died himself. So these 4 enemies right here are the only enemies in this map, and what they're doing is they're so pissed off with Egor for killing a bunch of people. They're actually waiting for Egor to appear so that they can kill him. I don't know if that ever actually happens, like if I waited for that to happen, if they would kill Egor for me. I don't think they do. At least it's never happened to me, but... I usually... Well, I hear Residuum somewhere. It's way over there. These enemies are all fairly simple to kill, but I don't really need or want to, really. They're not going to hurt anyone, especially now that Igor's dead. If they saw me, they would try to hurt me, but it doesn't really make a difference anymore. So I am just going to get out of this map. In one ear and out the other. Slide. Alright, let's blow this joint.
Day's almost up, so now what? I loop, which means, wait, am I gonna die right now? Or is it like a dream? Is Juliana in it? Ooh, fuck, I hope.
Dead and gone, you killed a visionary and slipped away into the tunnels. And Juliana never came and tried to kill me. And I picked up the ether slab. Cool. See if there's anything else I want to infuse. I like having... Oh, I don't have enough. Okay, what can I get rid of that I know I don't want? I don't need steel lungs or mechanical affinity, and I don't need backstabber, and I don't need sprinter. But I want to come back in. Spring healed I'll get again automatically. I want sure shot. I want dead on. I want... Don't have enough for speed loader. I have enough for this kind of crappy version of lightning strike. And then let's just sacrifice enough to infuse speed loader. Do I still not have enough? Oh, I do, okay. Alright, that's good. Let's start a new day.
Seems Egor skips the party because of some successful science. Looks like I've got an experiment to scramble.
Alright, and then that naturally turned out quite a good time length. So I am going to leave this video here, having just taken care of Egor. In the morning, I'm going to go back to the complex and silence Egor's device. And while I'm there, I'm also going to check out the power station again, now that I got the code for the power governor at the power station. So I have a couple new things I can do again at the complex in the morning, but that is what we are going to do next time, alright? Thank you for watching. I'm glad you could stop by today. I'm having a lot of fun playing Deathloop. And if you're at all interested in it, I would absolutely recommend checking out this game. It is really good. If you like stealth FPS games where the point of the game is to learn about the game itself, I would absolutely recommend this game. It's a lot of fun. Alright, but thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Alright, bye-bye.